Predictably, we've seen reports Blinken wants to discuss trade policy, human rights, and Taiwan. It's also reported that Blinken wants to discuss U.S. citizens detained in China, as well as China's alleged expansion of its nuclear arsenal. Additionally, that Blinken wants to discuss returning to high-level dialogues on counter-narcotics cooperation and military-to-military communications.
This is the first visit by a U.S. Secretary of State in 5 years. So there's a lot to catch up to begin with. And then there are so many new issues. I think, Antony Blinken to come over to Beijing and to talk with his Chinese counterpart is a major signal of progress for the bilateral relationship. We should be well prepared for a candid, constructive dialogue on a wide range of issues in U.S.-China relations.
With the Xi-Biden meeting in Bali, then the Yellen-Liu meeting in Switzerland, and soon Blinken's visit to Beijing, I think China has entered these discussions in good faith, has supported the return of high-level dialogues with the purpose of finding constructive ways forward. But I don't think Washington views it the same way. I'm concerned that these meetings serve the American narrative that it's managing the relationship, which is meant to reassure and reassert a type of paternalism in global discourse, while also using these engagements as opportunities to showcase either its power or, more dangerously, to portray itself either as a victim or the hero who's going to protect others from a rising China. There are a lot of people in China and throughout Asia who want to see an improvement in China-U.S. relations. But given the track record under Trump and now Biden, I see no reason yet to be optimistic. Instead, almost every indicator points to a continued decline and the possibility of open conflict at some point. However, I do think we're starting to see significant cracks in the American anti-China containment efforts. I think these cracks will continue to grow as long as the conflict in Ukraine weakens Europe, which now more than ever is a de facto proxy war for the United States. I think we'll see it as long as the U.S. continues to pressure countries to pick sides against China, as long as the U.S. continues to abuse the global economy with its fiscal and monetary mismanagement, and so on. If Blinken grandstands and offers little in the way of improved ties, I think it will backfire potentially and undermine American support in the region and beyond.
The most important, at least symbolic meaning of this visit is that the two sides now are engaged with each other again. After this COVID-19, 3 years of separation, plus the U.S.-China relationship already deteriorated very much even before the outbreak of COVID-19. U.S.-China relationship is of such grave concern to countries around the world. Like, what if there is an armed conflict between the two countries, right? That obviously would destabilize not just East Asia, but the whole world. And that could disrupt the global supply chain, and that would be devastating to global economy. And so again, I think there's no exaggeration to say that for the two sides to sit down and talk to each other is a major progress in working toward a better relationship.